Ooh, Infinite, welcome back. It's been a while since I've streamed, but we are back playing Caveman2Cosmos out of the Caves series as China. Before we go on, the soundtrack you hear in the background will be the soundtrack from Terminal Conflict by Strategy Mill. So now we are back, and we're everything just loading in here. I think it's been a while since I played. I have another game going on, as you see here. That one's an eternity, but that's not the series we're playing. Also, thank you for everyone who has recently followed along. Appreciate that. Hopefully some of you guys get to stop by today. Right now, we're just gonna pluck along here until hopefully we get hunting. Where we at? I want to get oral tradition. And I want to get hunting as soon as we can. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Got some herbalism. You're gonna see me like rearrange the tech tree like 5 million times throughout this series, so just so you know. Yeah, I recently restarted the game. Recently, like 2 episodes ago, because Eternity probably was not the best choice for a series, as much as I personally like that. Figured I should not do such a thing. But yeah, you know, we're about 285 turns in, about 2 hours into this game. So, you know, not so bad. Yeah, it's early. We got a long time. Yeah, wow. This, like, even on Marathon, it's still only 2 hours into the game. Ah. Ah, yes. Well, you said you kept missing them, so I figured well, I saw that message. It's like, you wouldn't mind getting pinged. Hey. How we doing? He's generating more than me, but I have more without having to spend an espionage. Can you do anything? You really can't. Can I fuck with you? I can mess with you. Good. $40 hours, yeah. Yeah, no kidding. As I was saying, like, I have a game over here. This one. And that's a couple thousand turns on Eternity, and I think I'm entering the medieval era. Okay, how we doing? That's a stone thrower. Yes. Let's go back to our base of operations. How do I have such patience? My girlfriend asks me the same question all the time. I just do. Patience of Buddha. No, it's just soothing. Yeah, if there's a will, there's a way. And I like the extra turns to move around and maneuver. You usually get more units out, so you see bigger armies. And if the AI doesn't throw them up against you. It's pretty solid, actually. We'll just infiltrate. Look at that sweet, sweet espionage. Really, there's not much else that exile is good for. I mean, yeah, sometimes it can get a bit idle, Obviously, this game won't be idle at all. As we start our second, like our third hour is what we're going to be doing. Given our pace, that'll probably be at least 300 more turns. I mean, like a few hundred more turns. Hopefully 100. Just want to make sure that these are properly protected. We will probably not have the money to upgrade them up until... $32K turn speed. Wow, that's ludicrous. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that we've gone through this. I mean, you're likely gonna die either way, but the desert is gonna sap your strength, and something that is hungry will eat you. Yeah, I'm hoping similar to my personal game that I have going, that I can keep Samaria relatively weak, and I can use it as like a front line. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Oh, we're not doing too bad. Yeah, we're early enough in the game still that we can just switch over. So we're switching over to this.
Why the people came here, what they did when they got here, going back to the Native Americans.
Well, good job. Destroy that cobra. Oh, I did not mean to hit that. Actually, the more people are aware of it. There we go. So this is what we switch from and what we switch to. And you can do this like all the time. It'll show you like the two things. It's actually really nice. I don't think this is how it was before 39. But I like this comparison thing going on. So I can like just let it sit there and I can look at it and ponder. What do you mean, like, cultures? Like, I already talked to Toffer about the Hemendu culture? Hemudu? I'm not sure how to properly pronounce that. Either way, the leader it unlocks is broken as fuck. So, I don't know when you guys will get around to rebalancing it, but that hero is strong. Also a clubman. Well... fuck. Oh, you fixed it on your side. Excellent. Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, wow. Hello, Gilgamesh. I'm gonna take your land. Now, are you actually coming at me? Maybe not. If I'm lucky, you'll weaken yourself, you'll move here, you'll try to attack me, and hopefully I'll have enough strength to resist that. Yeah. Yeah. For those watching along, not only can you download version 39, but there is like the repository, the SVN. So if you just want to get all the updates all the time, you can also find the link down below in the doobly-doo. That will be for YouTube. Where you can find the Caveman2Cosmos forum, actually. And it's got a pretty solid instruction list. You should be able to get it running fairly well. Different planets and civilizations on the planet. That'd be interesting, but you would have to have a few, at least on the one planet you're on. Because I know you do make maps. Yeah, be pretty good. Now, let's see if you can make it to Samaria again. Because I know there's a Bengal tiger somewhere around here. And he is hungry. The flesh of the exile. So I know that was talked about on Discord earlier, or at least I recall snippets of that conversation. Really just want hunters. Yeah, I remember when I was working on the giant Earth map way back, and people were like, "Can you make a scenario?" It's like, that's a tall order. There's a lot of it, because there's a lot of stuff in Caveman2Cosmos. So, like, getting all that information is a lot of work. And then, like, trying to accurately represent it within the Caveman2Cosmos mechanics. Actually, did it just to make sure. He's saved, right? Yeah, looks like it's saved. Nice. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Or lady, I understand completely. It takes a lot of time. With map making. I think the most fun part I had about that with Giant Earth Map was, learning where titanium deposits were. Yeah, you do need at least 7 for all the cultures around the map, because you have North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Oceania, and Africa. So you definitely want at least 7 so you could get all that cultural mix, if that's what you want to aim for. I think it's possible to do a north-south loop, but it's been a while since I've seen those options. Maybe not. Sorry. Message. Relatively more important. The toroidal feature. Okay. Let us see if we can continue the plant. Well, it looks like they're trying to get the exiles up and running too. Let's see if we can continue our time-honored tradition of fucking with Sumeria. Looks like they did get that seed camp down. Gem is pretty large. Like, I think it's on the giant setting. Maybe it's gigantic. It's been a long time. Hopefully they don't know where I am yet. We're gonna go over to his farm and burn it to the ground.
Catch on fire. Try to avoid seeing
Also, this is helping my budget.
Because I bet that's what really throws you into a panic.
I also realized I should probably, like, hang around the text screens a bit. I've done the early game so often that I don't think about it as often. No, Sumeria. Nothing. Yeah, once you get larger, it starts having issues, like just loading up. It's been a long time since I've gotten to that issue, though. Most of the time, you'll have more issues when you're just playing the game. And there's the unit limit, essentially. I hope that wasn't too close. Where are you? Kind of close, but not too bad. Our brutes are strong enough to protect most of our important stuff up until the Neanderthals start rolling through, and hopefully by then I have better units. No farms. None for you. Also, give me some money. Okay, no. Wanderers. Also, you'll note that the Neanderthal units are stronger than your average everyone else. So even the Wanderers are as strong as my, like, fused together, sized up brutes. And that'll largely be the case up until we get to, I think, stone weaponry. Basically, when I get stone axemen, stone spearmen, it really starts to change. But spike clubmen can go toe-to-toe with a Neanderthal warrior. Good job. You've lasted far longer than I thought you would. So, I mean, you're most likely gonna be up against law enforcement, aka the Watchers. So we're just gonna mess with the AI a bit more. And as you know, he recently built exile practices. So, and the AI does use them. They tend to start getting annoying when they can build bandit riders around the classical era, maybe the ancient era. Either way, that's when they start getting aggravating. And that's when you start noticing that I build up a stronger border patrol. They're annoying as heck. And they have this tendency to withdraw rather unsportsmanlike. Joking aside, I do the same thing. If I want a hit and run unit, I stack them up with a lot of withdrawal stuff. Like, to put it in perspective, this is about 55 units. Just north of this is like the northern barrier, and not too much further south would be the Antarctica. So it's 55 tiles tall. It is quite a bit. The guideline I gave myself when I was working on the giant Earth map is I chose it was easier to find information this way, but to base maps off of the pre-Columbian exchange. So you want to find potatoes in Ireland, for example, like potatoes would be found in South America. Like, I designed the map around the aspect that the Grey Farmer was a feature in Caveman2Cosmos. I find it a pretty good way to know how to limit what you will place on a map. Because a lot of, like, what we consider crops and stuff, like wheat and such, like, all came from around here. Like, wheat, I think barley, correct me if I'm wrong, rice would be from here, before it spread into, like, India and Persia. Maybe India had its own native rice. I'm pretty sure it came from China, though. Grapes were around Georgia, Caucasus Mountains. And I'm just working off of my memory, because I looked into all this when I was doing the giant Earth map. Minerals placement is a heck of a lot easier, because they tend to be, you know, rather static. True. I don't know, best way I could think of it is, I'll place them in the logical progression. I don't know, take a look at Cation's map. That's fair enough, me. Just to get a rough idea of what you can do. Okay. Can I build that broken unit? Let's see. Not yet. What did I need for him? We need science. Like, I like all of these. I want all of these. I'm gonna build all of these. Give me science! Well, at least the internet looks more stable today than it did last time. Well, can I build that unit again? The strong as heck unit? What did I need? Oh, hunting, right. Well. Yeah. I want you, sir. You are going to lead my armies to greatness. If you don't have copper, you need at least iron to properly advance. But I mean, you need iron to at least advance pretty well. So long as you have some sort of metal, you can build a forge, which is the best thing that you want out of metal forging, but you will have a tough time rolling around with stone units. But you definitely need iron. You need iron. If you do not have iron, you're gonna find yourself dead pretty quickly if you somehow manage to survive through copper and bronze. I mean, I could. Not that hard. Prehistoric to prehistoric. Pretty solid. I just don't really think about it half the time. Most of the time I'm not actually up in the tech tree. You could actually get by. You build a palisade. Build a fort thingy. Habitus, I think, is what the early one is called. You don't need copper to properly advance. Oh, there we go. There's that Bengal tiger. Yeah, Caveman2Cosmos time. Best time. I definitely recommend playing it if you guys, like, you don't have to play it at my speed. There are much faster turn options. Hello, something, something. What? Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like, it's still relatively early in the game, so if the AI is ahead of me, that's not too bad. Wow. Wow, that's rough.
You have food in your mouth. You have sold all
No copper or iron. You need at least iron. And copper later for the industrial era, because you'll need it, I think, for some of the manufactured goods for electricity. Wires, right? Same problem you have in like a game like Factorio. You need copper. You don't need a ton of it until you need a ton of it, though. It's gonna be a while till we get to build these. I don't think we have any raw meat yet. I mean, it would be an interesting game, but you're essentially the Aztecs. Did you have any sort of metal? I'd almost tempted to say that you should have gone into like the world builder and just pity gave yourself some iron. Just so you didn't lose all that time. Fair enough, yeah. It's kind of like a cheat, if you really think about it. Like, you can give yourself all sorts of things. Sometimes when I'm lazy, I'll give myself, like, a shit ton of, like, grape people. I mean, yeah, Civ 4 is good. My gateway was Civ 4, Rise and Fall. There you go. Then it was A New Dawn, and then I got on to Caveman2Cosmos. And I've been stuck on Caveman2Cosmos ever since. And I got my love of the giant Earth map from A New Dawn, though. But then I mellowed out, because when you get to later in the game, you tended to have save game issues on the larger maps. So, you know. Yeah, vanilla is good. One thing I did like about Beyond the Sword was it actually introduced future units, which I think was a relatively new thing. To be fair, like Civ, like I got into the tail end of Civ 3 before the development of Civ 4 with like my childhood hero Leonard Nimoy. So I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm getting this game. Man, I was young. Just, like, forget how old this game is sometimes. Sometimes, and it's more noticeable now, in 39, there's just a lot of gold. I'm gonna cut this up into 2 parts. I'm gonna make this a shorter session. But then I will restart it up shortly after. In about 10-20 minutes. I have a rather tired significant other down with the sickness. Oh, wow, ow. And, yeah. Didn't think she was gonna go to sleep so soon. 2007 was 13 years ago. Intensifies. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm gonna round this off at 30 minutes. Take a short break, and then I'll be back for a double feature. And we will bring it up to an hour. I don't know how I'll release that on YouTube. But maybe I'll space it out. I wasn't expecting myself to be so busy this week, so I didn't get to stream as much as I would have liked. I'm trying to aim for about like 2 to 3 times, an hour a piece. Maybe weekends can be a bit longer, but it takes time. But I do like doing it. Kind of fun. Actually, to be fair, we played almost 100 turns in a half hour, so that's not so bad. Okay. That's a bit problematic. Samaria is already...
If your friend is already dead and being eaten by vultures, I think it's okay to feed some bits of your friend to one of the vultures to teach him to do some tricks. But only if you're serious about adopting the vulture.
Yes, I have. On multiple occasions. Definitely on the older versions. Okay, so we are researching faster than the leader right now, which is Samaria. Downside is someone definitely has it, because we're getting diffusion. We got Oink. Awesome, I love me my bacon. Anyway, I will see you all guys later tonight. But thank you for, as always, for watching. This has been Acularius playing Caveman2Cosmos. Oink.